Hello and welcome back to Barbie Dolls of the Week. So today I want to go over two of the family dolls, let's call them, from Mattel and Barbie's past. So first of all, we have, and I'm going to focus, by the way, on the grandparents, so I just wanted to put that out there. We have the Happy Family and then the Heart Family. But the first ones were the Heart Family. And those were in the 80s, like the late 80s, mid to late 80s, the Hart family. Um, and I want to start with the grandma from that set because it was so unusual to have a grandma doll. Now, she's rather a glamorous grandma and probably kind of young. I don't know how old she was supposed to be, but I'm going to guess 50 at the most. So maybe like a 25-year-old daughter and a 50-year-old mother type thing. I don't know. But that's what I would guess her about. I mean, she's not like she looks 70 or 80, I don't think. So yeah, I'm going to guess her 50, early 50s. Looks like she does have a little wedding ring. You can barely see it, but wedding band. And there was a ring on this side, I guess, but it's gone, so don't know. I do have one of these in the box, I believe, so I'll have to double check that. I assume it was a regular superstar ring. I'm not sure, though. She's got this light lavender dress that you see with the ruffles. Yeah, it's rather matronly, I would say. I kind of want to try her in some other dress. I'm not sure what yet, but anyway, I'd like to try her in something else. In fact, I think what I'll do is a few of these I'm going to redress, the women at least, and show them to you again another time, maybe next week or whenever the next video is. Here's a good look at her face, by the way. So I'm not sure what face mold that is, or if it was its own face mold, a new face mold. Does anybody know? Um, Again, I'm not good with face molds, so I don't try to guess most of the time. Here's the back of the dress. It's kind of a little bit poofy, but not too bad. It was before they got way big in the late 80s and early 90s. You know, everything was huge. Hair was huge, and the skirts or dresses were huge. I think she's a very attractive looking doll, and yeah, I like her a lot. I've always liked the Hart family, and certainly the grandparents are some of my favorites in that group. Now, here is the grandfather. And he's definitely a handsome guy. Silver Fox, we'll call him. And he's got the silvery gray hair. Um, and again, I think this was sort of a new mold because it doesn't look like the Kens of the time, really. He had this white sweater, as you see, with a lavender based shirt and tie that goes well with Grandma's outfit. Now, I think his outfit is actually, especially if you take the sweater off, which let's see if the sweater comes off easily. I've never tried that, I don't think. But if you take the sweater off, I'm curious how he doesn't have long sleeves, so that's a little bit of an issue. Okay, it's not coming off easily, so let's just do this for now. I just wanted to show you what it looked like without the sweater. I think he looks better. Honestly, I like the sweater, but it's a certain look. And when you take the sweater off, especially when he has no sleeves, it's like a muscle granddad. He just a little bit muscular, which is fine. But I love the gray pants, and that shirt looks pretty good on him, actually. I kind of would have loved to see a deep purple tie instead of this. That would have been a really good contrast, I think. I think it would have certainly stood out better and made a more impactful statement. But yeah, normally he has this on, so I love this look together. I have to say it works. It really works, but the sweater is what makes him seem more grandfatherly. Kind of like a Mr. Rogers situation where you put the sweater on and it's a different look and a different feel. So yeah, now he does twist at the waist, and of course they're both of them. The legs bend. He's got his shoes on. I don't know if they're original, but they're the ones he's wearing. And here is the back. Nothing much there. I mean, this sweater can sort of bend back a little bit, but it doesn't want to stay. So the collar of it, I mean. So it looks a little strange, I guess, when it's sticking up. I don't know, to me. But yeah, I think together they look really cute. And this is a good set. I really like it. Now, as far as the Happy Family, the Happy Family started with Midge, and she had gotten married to Alan, and they had a couple kids, or eventually. So I'm gonna show you some of that, but let me start with this Midge doll. Now, I'm gonna pause this for just a second and grab one other Midge doll. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the doll I wanted to grab that was right over there. So this is Midge when she got married to Alan. And, they had the big wedding combo set, which, let me see where I've got out. I put that. The little bride and, the little set with Kelly and Todd I showed you last time, that goes with this set. For the little ring bearer and the flower girl. But yeah, this is her. Now, later when she's married and gets pregnant, this is her. Now, the only thing I would point out a couple things. Obviously, the face mold is completely different. The look is very different. I personally like this one better, maybe because it's more of a superstar kind of doll. This one is, I'm not sure what face or anything, but I just think her coloring is a little weird here. I don't know what they're going for. It's very muted, where here it's much more bright. I don't know. It just looks better to me, and certainly the makeup does. I just like this doll better. So let me set her down so we can focus on this one, and hopefully it doesn't fall over on the camera. But anyway, this was Midge from the Happy Family that started it all. And Midge had gotten married to Alan. Now they had a little kid named Ryan. I'll show you, but she was pregnant at the time of the boxing. Let's say the doll boxing, and of course, as you guys probably remember that have been around a while in this community, it was a bit of a controversy because she didn't have a wedding ring on. God forbid. So that's the way I understand it, at least. So when they had her in the box and there was no wedding ring and she was pregnant, that was something that didn't go over well with. I'm sure if there was a group back then like Million Moms, or the Million Moms, the so-called Million Moms, maybe that would have been an issue. But somebody protested. There were protests. There were, not literal in the street protests, but a lot of things that were said. It just wasn't right. So they went back and redid it, and guess what? She had a wedding ring painted on. So now it's official and it's all okay. But yeah, she was pregnant. The belly does come off. I'm not going to try to do that right now. This dress is too tight. It's very short, by the way. Look how short that is for a maternity type dress. I don't usually see them so short. It looks like the hem has come out in the front, so it's why you see some strings, and this part is sort of hanging down. It's come loose. Whereas in the back, it's still fine. See, that's kind of weird. But anyway, this belly comes off, and you can take the little baby out as if it's being born. It's kind of weird. I will say that. She has the arms that are bendable, and I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe to hold the baby. That would be a good reason. Now this one's stuck. There we go. It's not made to move. That's for sure. It's sort of made to move, is what I would call these. So she can hold the baby. Maybe that's why. And let's see if her legs do bend. She's got her pink shoes. Not exactly maybe the best shoes for maternity. I don't know. I've never been pregnant. I don't plan to be. So I'm just going to take that from what I've heard from women. So, yeah, and the braids in her hair are kind of an interesting choice. What did you guys think of those? I kind of like them, but it's kind of weird too. Because there's like these two in the front, and then there are two more sort of further back. So there's a total of 4. And I don't like the hair is very, I don't know, it doesn't seem like great quality to me. So I'm sure you can see on the video there's a lot of flyaways and little sort of look almost shredded on top. So yeah, this hair is by far, I don't like the hair as much as that one. I mean, she's got beautiful hair. Let me show you with the veil up here. You know, obviously there's going to be a little bit of flyaway because the veil is playing with it. But, I mean, it's such beautiful hair, and I love the color so much better. Look at the difference. I mean, it should have been like this. But anyway, that's the Midge doll. And I think it was a great concept. I'm glad they did Happy Family. Now let me show you Alan and Ryan. I have them in the box. And that's Alan, which he looks a lot different than when she married him, but people do change. And here's little Ryan. He's got kind of that, you know, bowl cut haircut. So it's like they put the bowl on him and cut around it. And then they've got little snacks and things for their trip to the park or wherever they're going on a little picnic or something. So, and they show you, you know, the family here. They tell you about how they got married and, you know, switched out the dolls, obviously. So yeah, there's all kinds of pictures on the back of what you can do with Barbie is the friend, obviously, and was in the wedding. And there's Alan and Ryan down here, where he's holding him. So his hands, or arms, I'm sure, are kind of bendable and everything, posable. And then they've got this little stroller type deal that he's in. So it's a fun set. This is, I think that was where both Heart Family and Happy Family did good jobs, is making all these pieces and vehicles and just, you know, a whole set that you don't see a lot of that today. And I don't, with as hugely successful as Happy Family was, to my knowledge, I don't know why they haven't done another set like that. I mean, Orchard Farms was a little bit like that, but not really, because it's very loosely based. I mean, there's no relationships. If you remember when I did the video on Orchard Farms, I created relationships for those dolls that I was showing you. But, oops, I bumped the camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is not the same. They should have done some of that. I mean, it would, you know, to create a neighborhood feel and a family feel. But let me show you the grandparents from the Happy Family. And then, like I said, I'm going to redress these 3 women and see what I can put them in to look a little better, maybe a little more stylish. Here's Grandma Happy Family from Happy Family. And she's really attractive. I love her haircut. I think it's so stylish that they did it like this. And you know, that other one was okay from the Heart Family, but this looks really good. I mean, they really modernized it. And I do like her outfit. A nice patterned shirt, beautiful lilac or something colored pants, something like that. A very nice material on both of these, by the way. So it's just very, very well done. This is when they were still having very quality clothing, very much. So yeah, she looks really cute. And here is Grandpa from that set. This is the grandfather. Now, he reminds me of a little bit of Robin Williams in the face. I mean, just a little bit. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. But, yeah, that's who he reminds me of a little bit. But regardless of that, I think he is an excellent doll. He has a great look. Now, I like his sweater. It's much better than that other one. Doesn't look like he has a real shirt under here. It's just a little collar piece that you see up top, but there's not really a shirt under there. So that I wish they, yeah, no shirt under there. But Grandpa is toned. I wish they would have done an actual shirt, but they didn't. And then the tan khakis are really nice with that. So yeah, here is the 2 of them together. And they look great together. And, you know, her hair. Now, I mean, if they did another version, I wouldn't mind it being a little longer just for a change. You know, and if they had done another version of these, I don't believe they did. Now, they did these separately. I think you could buy them together, and you could certainly get the kitchen set that I have up there on a shelf. Great kitchen set for their house. I can't remember if they came with it. I think there was a way to buy them with the set, I believe. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, the Happy Family, so this is Midge and her parents. And of course, you had the Ryan and Alan. But then you had a lot of neighborhood dolls, like I was talking about with Orchard Farms, they could have done and they should have done. That's just, it just makes sense, that you make a set out of everything. I mean, rather than just putting Orchard Farms on the box, make a relationship. So these were parents and friends and neighbors. I mean, they made it clear. I think they had some teachers, and then they had a whole little set in here of the kids. So other than this little boy Ryan, I mean, there were neighbor kids, and so I don't know how many there were, but I've seen at least 6, I would say, online, and I don't have any of the other ones, but I have some of the Hart family babies up on some of these shelves with Mrs. Hart and Mr. Hart. I think they're down that way. And I have some over there, but I also have a set up top there on the shelf where these all came from. So I have the kitchen set up, and then I have the babies and the Hart mother and dad up there. I just didn't want to take the time to do those because this is enough in one video. But I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about the Hart family from the 80s and the Happy family, which, by the way, was from the early 2000s. Like this one is from 2002 box date. So that was about the time a lot of these were out. 2003, I believe, as well. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't continue it. I mean, and I'm not sure exactly like the total amount, but it's a great set. It's quite pricey on eBay now. Actually, the Hart family is usually cheaper on eBay. So if you're interested, take a look. I don't have any for sale, I'm sorry to say. But you guys have a great week, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.